is Edward Mansouri, and I started up a website about 4 or 5 months ago called apolloapps.com, and we've obviously since changed the name to airapps.net, and our project is twofold. We have at our website, airapps.net, we have a very rapidly evolving repository of tutorials, air applications, and other resources that can really help you hopefully find some excellent resources to bring you up to speed on how to develop great air apps. The second and most important part of our model is setting up an e-commerce framework that we're calling Air Commerce. We're essentially trying to provide you with a way to develop compelling air applications and then easily, the keyword is easily, inject those air applications with e-commerce-based models that can be subscription-based or perpetually license-based. I'm not a big PowerPoint person, so actually my presentation is an actual air application, and it's kind of pushed off to the side. This little piggy bank with the air tattoo on it. When I open this up, I've got a phone here. Okay, so at the airapps.net website on our homepage, and don't do this now because you'll totally contest the network, but sometime this evening you can actually go and click on this icon here, and you can actually download my air presentation that I'm presenting to you. So if you click the Atlanta skyline, it will take you into my presentation, and I'm going to just sort of jump through things pretty quickly here. This first thing that I'll mention, before I jump into the Air Commerce framework, I'll just give you a little bit of a geographical tour of this air application. This is a pretty good example of how you can easily embed HTML and JavaScript-based applications into a Flash-based air application. So this interface here, all this here, you might recognize this is a list component, and these are button components that have been skinned with a front and back arrow. And then within here, I have an actual HTML component that's going to show a different photo from the OnAIR bus tour that's being pulled from Flickr every 10 seconds. Okay? So I'm going to, like I said, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to really just sort of jump into what I'm here to talk to you about, and that is the setup of an Air Commerce framework. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up into FlexBuilder, and for those of you that are like me that started out as from a Flash background, you may be new to Flex. Flex is pretty awesome. I've been building content with Flash since 1998, and I've been building Flash applications since 2002. And what takes me about 2 weeks to build in Flash, I can literally build overnight in Flex. So it's really powerful. And for some of you that are kind of nervous about Flex being from a Flash background, it's really a great application. So the scenario I'm going to set for you is I've just built a pretty cool air application, and it's called Yelp for Air. Is there anyone familiar with Yelp? Okay, cool. Yelp is a really cool website that has it's sort of an interactive restaurant and business review application. So I built this application that enables me to, it's going to load internet's loading a little slow. It's going to load in a Google Maps component into this center area here. And then I can basically just browse, I can click on the map and zoom to a particular location, and then click on a category off to the right. So for instance, if I wanted to put in a zip code, for instance, I'll put in a zip code of Tallahassee, Florida, and it will automatically zoom me in to that particular location. And then, for instance, if I click on restaurants, it will show me any restaurants that have reviews. It will automatically attach them to the Google Map interface here. And when I mouse over the restaurant, it will show me the name of the restaurant, the phone number, the review, etc. So, that's pretty cool. It's not great, but, I want to protect that. I want to be able to somehow leverage some revenue because, what good is a new technology if you can't find a way to leverage income from it? So what I can do is I can download the Air Commerce Switch, okay? And for convenience, I put this on my desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into FlexBuilder, and on my project, I'm going to right-click on it, and I'm going to go to Properties. And then from there, I'm going to go to my library path, and then I'm going to add a switch, right? And then I'm going to browse and add this aircommerce.swift component, and then press OK, and then press OK. Okay. So this is basically taking the Air Commerce code and injecting it into my application. So I don't really need to worry about importing any other classes. They're already embedded into my project simply by importing that switch. Okay. Okay? So now when I go to the design view of this AIR application, okay, and I switch over here to this, for the benefit of those not familiar with FlexBuilder, there's a source view and a design view. It's parallel to many other Adobe IDE products. And what I'm going to see here is, right now I haven't added the AIR Commerce component. So I'm going to automatically see under this custom component, I'm going to see this custom folder, I'm going to see AIR Commerce. So right now, if I was to try to publish this application from FlexBuilder, it's not going to hang me out. It's going to let me publish it right away. However, if I drag and drop this component onto the stage, I can size it to any aspect ratios I choose. Okay? And I can, when I export it, it's still not going to prompt me to, it's still going to let me access the resource uninhibited. Okay? However, if I switch over into the source